feel like this is this crooked? Oh my god. Not this as the intro. This is such a disaster. Does that look better? Oh, you guys, I don't know what's going on. Let's get into it. Take 45. What's good, peacemakers? Welcome to the Piece4PeaceCrafting Podcast. I'm Michael, and this is my yarny corner of the YouTube universe. If you would like to find me on any other social media, you can do so over on Instagram as Piece4PeaceCrafting or on Ravelry as Piece4PeaceCraft. And if you're into music, I'm kicking the tripod. It's gonna be one of those days. If you are into music and you want to follow along to the playlist that is over on Spotify, you can do so by following Piece4PeaceCrafting Podcast playlist. Hello, everyone. We're already off to a rough and rocky start. I hope everyone is well. It's been 2 weeks. I will be honest, I'm going to try and plow through this episode a pinch faster than normal because there's electricians coming to my house and they're going to shut the power off, and I don't know for how long, and I'm worried I won't be able to upload this by the end of the weekend. So that's that. It's Sunday. We're recording. Our power was off yesterday because they were here yesterday too. So good times. It's been 2 weeks. How's everyone doing? Things with me have been good. Summer program started. We're about 2 weeks in now, so that's been fun. My roommates are back home from their holiday. It's been great to have them back in the house. Yeah, things are just merrily rolling along. Oh, one fun thing, and I can put in a picture. Let me see which side has more space. I'll put in a picture here. I got to hang out with Chevis from Cheryrell Stuff on YouTube. I'll link her channel below. It was so cool. She was in town for a little bit visiting a friend, and we got to meet up sort of spur of the moment and hang out for a little bit, chit chat, lots of laughing, which was so awesome. I posted a picture in my stories, so it'll probably be one of the same that I put up here. Yeah, it was cool to get to meet someone that I've been chatting with, hanging out with, like in a virtual space over the course of the pandemic, and then getting to hang out with them, in real life, outside, just chit-chatting for like an hour and a half. It was really dope. So hey, Chevis. Yeah, there's so many other people that like I just can't wait to meet, but like getting to see people IRL, give hugs if people are accepting them, has been really wonderful. Other than that, yeah, just like trying to stay positive, I guess. It's been really nice, my summer program, working with the kids in person again. For 2 years we were virtual, so it's been a lot of fun having our high schoolers back and just like moving around with them like in a space. It's a complete different vibe than doing things virtually. I'm sure most of us know, like, yeah, it's fine if you're in a meeting and you're in your dining room, but for me at least, like getting up, showing movement, having people move, corrections, things of that nature, like you kind of can't do that virtually. It sucks. So I'm glad that things are back in person. I have been doing some crafting, and so I want to talk about some things and hopefully get it done before people come in and start doing work in our apartment again. All right, so I have no finished objects to show, but like that's okay. You can't always be showing finished things, but I do have a ton of whips. So Let me just move some things around and we will get into it. Let's start with a little bit of socks, shall we? All right, so last time I showed, this is, I'll start with these. The Earth socks, they're the unique sock, and they come in 50-gram balls, so you can just like start knitting from them and they will match. And they're 220 yards per 50 grams. And it's a 75 extra fine superwash merino, 25% nylon. Yeah, like I said last time, I thought the socks were sort of going to look like that. That's not how they're knitting up, which is fine. So here's the progress on those. What? So the last time I showed I was here, so I just done the toe and a little bit. And now I have my markers in for where I'm going to put my heels after. And I'm just chugging along. Oh, the colors look really dope on camera. I am enjoying these so much. So, I've been sitting at the front desk, like checking kids in as they come in. And so I'm just like sitting at the front desk with another receptionist that's there. And this is like my task. I just do this, kid comes in, check them off. So I've gotten a lot done. I love just the fade, how it works up, and how it like, it's so confusing to me, sort of. Anyway, I love that it fades into like this more purple violet color, and now it's going into these blues. I have about, oh my gosh, what am I doing? I have about this much left of the actual cakes, and I think what I'm gonna do is, I just thought of this last night, which I'm sure most of you are like, this is nothing new, but I want the heels to be this red. Excuse me. And I was thinking that I would just knit until I got to the red and then, bind off for the leg and then go and do the heel. But I'm loving this yarn so much. I think what I'm going to do is pick up, like now, pick up for the heels, do the heels in the red, and then finish them, and then just go back, like not cut this off, what I'm working on with the leg, and then just continue doing the leg until the rest of the yarn runs out. That way I'm using the most of it and I'm getting to see like all the different stripes and things that are in it. And yeah, I'll just be using up more of the yarn because it's self-striping. Yeah, I just want to see how the colors play, or continue to play as we keep going further up the sock. So these are just vanilla socks. I'm doing them on Chaogu needles, size 1, and I did 72 stitches for these. Yeah, they're great. So I think I'm going to do that, cut in the heel now, get that out of the way, and then finish the rest of the leg, and I can just use the rest of it until it's almost gone, and then bind off, and these will be done. Loving these, highly recommend. I kind of want to get some more of this yarn just because I'm loving the stripes so much. Like, they're a lot of fun. As many of you know, like, yeah, doing stripes is just like, oh, I'll get to the next one. And then you get to the next one, you're like, but this one's kind of fun too. Let me just get to the next one. So these have been working up great. Been loving working on these. Just my little vanilla socks. Second pair of socks, same thing. I would switch every other day. I'm like, okay, today I'm gonna work on this sock. Today I'll work on this sock while I'm checking kids in. I showed you all the sock blank that I dyed. Not my roommate yelling in the background. I hope you heard them. So here's the rest of those cakes. And this is just like a 75-25 sock blank, merino nylon, and I dyed it when we were tie-dyeing some stuff over the holiday. Same thing, I'm knitting these up 72 stitches, size 1. I'm adding, oh, here's how they're working up. Fun. I'm adding a little, I don't know if you can see, a little purl bump every few rows. and just, yeah, working these along. So the pearl bump, this is the front. I was here last time. Same thing on the back. I put in my stitch markers so that I know where to cut in the heel. And yeah, I'm adding the pearl bump now that I'm on the leg section all the way around. And I'm loving these. It's so fun just to see like what that sock blank was and how it's knitting up now. And I was thinking that I was gonna do a certain type of heel for these, and then someone commented, maybe it was on, I can't remember if it was on YouTube or on Instagram, that it would be cool if I did an afterthought heel but used the opposite balls for the other sock, if that makes sense. So like this one that has more green in it, I think would get like a reddish heel, and then this one that's more purples and oranges would get a purple heel maybe. I don't know. So I loved that idea. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna finish these, and actually I might do the same thing that I'm gonna do with the other ones. Pick up for the heel now, put that in, and then continue until I run out, because I am enjoying how the sock blank is knitting up, and I want to use most of it because yeah, it's fun. And then I can be like, oh, I dyed this, or I tie-dyed this, and then knit these socks up. So they're great. Again, for both of the socks, because I'm doing them toe up, I did the Turkish cast on. I don't think I linked it last time, but I will definitely link it this time below. For casting on the toe, I think it's my go-to for toe up socks now. And then, yeah, when I get to the top, I'm gonna try a different bind off this time, just because I've noticed I was wearing some socks that I knit toe up the other day, and I think I bound off the leg a little bit too tight. Even though I went up a needle size, so that's weird. But it happens. I can still get it on and off. It's just like, ooh, this one doesn't stretch as much as it could. And so, right, I'm gonna try something a little more stretchy next time. So those are 2 pairs of socks that I'm working on. Next up, this will be fun. So, yikes. Back in March, I cast on this sweater, and for whatever reason, shiny objects, things happened, and I stopped working on it. And so I decided to pick it back up, and this is, I'll put a picture in here since I'm already doing this side. This is my Once in Floral sweater. Wait, I'll show the yarn first. So this is all using Cloudborne, their Highland Superwash Sock Twist. And the colors are Oatmeal, so this is my flower color, Oatmeal Heather, Silver Heather, and what's the blue called? Stormy Skies is my main color. So these 3 make up the sweater. I'm dropping things. And here is where I am. So I should have put in a little marker for where I was when I left off, but I didn't. But I know I was up in like this portion of the top part of it. Oh, wait a minute. I've been knitting on this, and I've been getting a little like, I don't know if I'm liking these colors, but just when I flashed it right now, okay, I'm into it. So this is a colorwork sweater. It's fingering weight. All the yarn is, sorry, I didn't say that, is 80 superwash Highland wool and 20% polyamide, and you can totally see it. So I'm not really big on color work. Like, this is my second, yes, that's true, second colorwork sweater. So I'm really trying to work on tension and catching the floats and making sure it's not puckering. And like, as I'm looking at it, it is puckering some, but when I stretch it out, it does lay flat. So I'm hoping that when all is said and done, it will lay pretty flat. You can see some of the floats in the back. This cord is now starting to get a little bit small because I've done almost the last increase for the yoke. But oh, please don't drop a stitch. I hope you can hear my roommates in the background. They're very loud right now. I'm loving how this is working up. I'm happy now that I see it on camera in different lighting that this... You know what this sweater said? It said, "Today, Satan. We're gonna fall off." I should just put stoppers on it, but whatever, it's fine. You can totally see the flowers coming and taking shape. So I just have maybe, I don't know, 20 more rows of the chart to finish. That's probably a big guesstimate, but not much more. I'm almost done with the flower section. And then it's just like ending the yoke, and then I can start the rest of it. I do feel I've been taking my time with this. So I've gotten a lot done. Like if I was up here somewhere, like I was past these little triangles and I'd done like maybe a couple rows of this, of the blue. So I've done most of the flower and the little leaves on top since the last time you all saw this. And yeah, I think it's gonna be cool, and I feel like there's only a couple rows that like you have 3 colors at the same time, which was a little tricky, but I kept everything like stacked in a certain order, so I knew where I'm supposed to be grabbing from, what I'm supposed to be doing, really trying to pay attention to how I'm catching the floats because I'm so worried about it. But I think it's gonna be really nice, and because it's fingering weight, it is taking a little bit longer, and I'm stressing out about it. But I feel like once I separate for sleeves and I'm just going around, I'm sure I'm going to be eating my words as I say this. I do think it'll go somewhat faster because I won't be as worried about making sure that the tension is right for all the color work and stressing about that. So hopefully in the next couple of days, I'll have this one, at least the color work section done, and I can just start working on the actual body of it. Yeah, I think this is going to be really dope. I'm trying to decide right now if I want to make it short sleeve instead of doing long sleeves, because all the sweaters I've knit, with the exception of the one for my roommate and my other roommate's mom, when I did what's the name of that pattern? Everyone's made it. It's Tin Can Knits. Yell at me, people. Love Note. Oh, thank you. Your shouting helped. When I did the Love Note, I made those short sleeve for them. But I've never made a short sleeve sweater for myself. So I'm kind of like this right now. Short sleeve, long sleeve. So we'll see once I get to it. Like, it's fingering weight. Once I'm done with the body, I might be like, oh, sister girl, you need to be done already. And it's been languishing for a while, so I kind of want it to be done just so I can, like, well, not wear it because it's been so hot here, but so that I can wear it and, you know, be cute in it. We'll see how that goes. I will update you all on the progress of that since I have been working on it again. And to be quite honest, it was nice to just like pull it out and start figuring some things out a little bit on it. Yeah, it's good times. Okay, last thing, moving stuff around, is last time I showed you all this yarn, I don't remember the name of it because, to be quite honest, I started this project and was not feeling it. It was like the bamboo bison something else yarn. Honestly, I feel like it was just the fiber content that wasn't giving me the look of what I wanted. So, scrapped it, decided to cast on with a different yarn. Now I can't find the label, and so that's what I did. So, this yarn is 3 Yarn Mice, which was sent to me a while back, and I thought that I was going to use it for something else, and I feel like I've been doing this a lot lately where I'm like, this is going to be for this, and then I'm like, actually, it's not anymore. So this is 3 Yarn Mice, and this is this is fingering weight 100% superwash BFL. It's 400 yards, and the color is Blue Lagoon. It's beautiful. Absolutely love it. I will link the shop below. I know that she's doing a rebranding, but still go check out the stuff in her shop. So this is Blue Lagoon. Technically, I only needed to use one of these for the size that I'm doing, but I figured I would just cake up both of them and then just do the double strand from there versus doing one outside, one inside. And here is what I'm doing. So this is, here I can fold this. My Little Secret Crop by Jessie Made. Here's what it looks like. And this has been so much fun. If you don't like ribbing, this isn't for you. But here's where I am with that. So I ripped out a whole other one and then started this one. And then yesterday, we were just like hanging out while people were doing work in the house, and I actually got through a lot of it. So here's my, not it falling. Here's where I am now. So the back is complete and I've done the front, and actually I'm about to start the ribbing top portion of it. And then I just got to do the straps and I can connect it. I love how this knit up. The color's totally boss, and yeah, it's so good. The little detail of how you start making it sort of like come in, what is that, like just above the armpit, I guess, is really cool. And yeah, the pattern is super well written. I'm doing the size 2. It's pretty size inclusive. It goes up to 5, from extra small to 5XL. So that's size 28-30 bust size to size 60-62 bust size. It's giving me everything. There's also details in the pattern, like if you want to make it longer, if you want to do the cross straps, like the pattern's great. This is my first Jessie Made pattern, so that's fun. Yeah, so I'm hoping this will be done like within, if I'm being honest, hopefully by the end of the day. At least the top portion will be done, and then I'm gonna try it on my roommate so we can decide how long the straps need to be, and then I'll just go in and do those straps. I think they're like a double knit strap is what it says in the pattern. Although I haven't looked too much because I'm trying to just like go step by step. Anywho, so this is cute. I love the yarn. I think the stitch definition is what I thought it should have been versus what I was getting with the other one. I ended up doing a swatch for this one because it's fingering weight held double because it's a DK pattern. Yeah, and the swatch came out great. I also swatched for something else, another design of hers. It's another tank top, which I'll probably show on the next episode because I'll probably start that one. I have yarn ordered. Yeah, and this one will be done. So I'll start another tank top. Anywho, loving this. Really fun knit. The yarn is gorgeous. Yeah, that's really all I can say about it. Cool. So that's that. It's been great. Sitting on the couch watching some trashy TV. Working on that, which is always a plus. And anyway, so I think that's it for me. Told you all I was going to try and make this one a little bit shorter since the power is about to be out in our place. And I want to get this uploaded and put out as quickly as possible. So yeah, that's it. I'm gonna try and finish those socks, work on that sweater a little bit more, hopefully finish this tank top by the end of the day, fingers crossed, if not tomorrow. Although we have a lot of stuff to do today, sort of, kinda. And yeah, just keep chugging along. So hopefully in the next one, I'll have a bunch to show, which means that it will be back to the normal, well, my normal length of an episode. Yeah, lastly, let's do this real quick. Music rec for the week. So again, if you are interested in following the playlist over on Spotify, it's Piece4PeaceCrafting Podcast playlist. If you ever have trouble finding it, shoot me a DM over on Instagram, or you can tell me here, and I'll send you the link to it because I know a few people have had a little bit of trouble finding it. Anywho, So this week I'm going to recommend a 1971 album by The New Birth. And the album is Ain't No Big Thing, But It's Growing. Oh, so good. So they're sort of like a funk band. Funk band. Is that what we're classifying it as? Sure, let's say that's what it is. And the song that got me sort of hooked on them is this song, It's Impossible. So that's one that I will recommend. Complete jam. And then the other two I will recommend is Never Can Say Goodbye and How Good It Feels. It's impossible. Never can say goodbye. How good it feels. Yeah, this album's great. And I love like the trumpet player coming out of the flowers. Good times. So check this out, The New Birth. I'll drop these over in the playlist. Also, if you all ever want to send me songs that you think should be in the playlist, those of you following, feel free to, again, just like leave it in the comments, send me a DM over on Instagram, and I will add those in there as well. Good times. All right, you all. So, shorty, I hope everyone's well. I hope everyone's cool if it's hot where you are, or warm if it's cool where you are. And I love, last time I said, I think we should all take a second, give people hugs if you can. Love on folks. And there's been a lot of you all that have reached out and said like, oh, that was really great. Like I've definitely been either virtually or just like hugging people in my life that are around me. And I think that that's really beautiful, right? Like the purpose of this is, well, to show what I'm working with, a little diary for myself. Like, oh, you made that. And to connect with you all and build better community, right? So I think that's good that we're all trying to just like embrace each other a little bit more and yeah, get through whatever we're getting through all together. So let's continue to do that. And until I see you all in the next one, make a piece, spread some peace. Peace.